welcome to the channel. I'm gonna get right into it. I've always liked trivia. I'm not really good at it, but you know, I've always liked it. But the thing about trivia is losing kind of sucks. The worst part about like being wrong is the guilt that you'll feel when you're wrong, and it kind of sucks. Like everybody gets it right and then you get it wrong. Maybe you guys don't. I do. I always get them wrong. Which is weird because trivia is supposed to be like this fun and lighthearted game. And I like fun and lighthearted games, but today that's not what we're doing. Instead of guilt, there's gonna be consequences. So you know, you don't have. I'm not gonna have to feel bad about getting the answers wrong. I'm building an AI to do that for me.
So basically how this is going to work is you have our Raspberry Pi which is using a 3 volt logic pi onto GPIO ports into a 5 volt optical isolated SPSU relay, which is a normal coding configuration. So this is what we're doing parallel with the trigger message. So you're going to coil energy it'll bridge on to the node, and that's going to close the circuit, have a level positive relative, and all that into the DC mode. And this is going to actually defeat energy. So the Python layer kind of manages the duty cycle and goes by the time you do closures, and so we can kind of process insensitive in practice logic. Impractical terms, the system's a lot faster, the longer it's higher gravity, and I believe this is actually called negative reinforcement and second order systems. So the system's going to be fully isolated. It's going to have its closure, and it's going to operate at stable voltage and currents. It's complicated to start out, even though it is essentially a computer with an intent to decipher the shock networks. And that's kind of beautiful. It's seamless integration between sensor logic and high velocity and
Okay, so I'm not gonna pretend I really knew what any of that meant. I kind of just told ChatGPT to tell me what to say because I have no clue what I'm actually doing. So I think the takeaway here is we're gonna use the So I think the takeaway here is I'm gonna use the OpenAI API to do like function calling and stuff. So it's gonna be able to ask me a question. I'm gonna answer. The function calling is gonna decide if I got it right or wrong, and it's gonna decide what tool to call. I think the first thing we should do is kind of hop into the software side, only because I don't actually have like any of the parts that I actually need right now. I just ordered them on Amazon. So I'll start that tomorrow, but today I think the best way to start is with software. So let's do that. So I went to Cursor. I kind of just curated everything, put everything together, used a little bit of AI to code, did a little bit of vibe coding. As you can see, we got all our components separate, and you know, it's all here. It all works. Okay, so let me just take you to the actual application that we're actually running, and I'll give you a little preview. So all we have to do is click connect to voice. It's gonna initialize the API, get it all set up and ready to go, and I click ask new question. I'll just show you how it works. Okay, so real quickly, I'm just gonna show you guys how this works. I'm re-recording this because I messed it up the first time, but let's do this. So we click connect to voice, then we will click ask new question whenever we want a question.
All right, imagine you're floating in the ocean, but instead of water, it's all a special liquid metal that remains liquid at room temperature. What's that metal?
The answer is A, mercury.
Liquid metal genius over here. Nicely done.
So you can see I got it right. The score went up by 10, the streak went up by 1. We'll do another one. Hopefully I get it right so I can show you that the streaks add up or they reset.
A, the brain, B, the heart, C, the liver, or D, the skin. Give it your best shot.
I'm gonna answer A, the brain.
Look at that big brain of yours, scoring points and
Okay, so we're gonna do one more question and get it intentionally wrong to see what happens.
Is it A?
The answer is A, Mars.
Mars with rings? Oh, honey, that's like putting a tutu on a potato and calling it a ballerina.
So you can see here my score stayed 20 and my streak went back to 0. Okay, so we finally got the Gel Blaster in from Amazon, so I'm just gonna be able to take it apart now. You know, just kind of take all the pieces out, and then we're gonna unscrew the casing and get to the firing mechanism so I can solder in some of the wires. Of course, we have to have Kiki join us. This is my little kitty that we just got. Yeah, so we open it up here, and we're soldering on the wires for the triggering mechanism, and these wires are going to be hooked straight up into the relay. Here you can see I'm putting the screws in. It's all put together. I have the wires coming out, and this is what it looks like fully assembled. These wires just hook up into the relay, and we'll show you from here. Okay, so I kind of forgot about the project for like a day or two, but I'm back and I got it all, hooked up. I got the relay, the Raspberry, it's all running. The programs, I got the trivia, it's all set. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little demo of what it does. Okay, so I want to give you guys a bit of a demo on how this works. I don't actually have anything loaded into the Gel Blaster right now because I'm in the office and not my garage because I don't have the whatever.
Each term is the sum of the previous two terms.
The answer is C.
Wrong! Shooting device just fired. Looks like your answer got Fibonacci right out of here.
Okay, so the program's working pretty well, so I think it's ready to take to the garage and set up in there, and we'll get it loaded up. I don't have the facial recognition and stuff set up yet, just because I kind of skipped that part for now. I just wanted to get this part working, and it is, so we're going to put it in the garage, test it out again, and then we'll start the other stuff. So the initial goal was to use the Raspberry Pi as my server for the actual fire mechanism. However, I don't have any Wi-Fi in the garage, and it's just kind of overcomplicating things. So I'm switching to the Arduino Uno R3, and I'm just gonna plug it into the laptop and just do it that way. It's gonna be a lot easier. Okay, so it's all set up. I have it connected to the Arduino, and I think it's time to load it. Okay, so the little Nerf Gel Blaster things don't work in the Amazon gun, so I just shoved them down the barrel and hopefully it shoots this time. Yeah.
What's the principle in quantum mechanics that says you can't know both position and momentum precisely at the same time?
The answer is C.
Wrong answer. The device just fired
Ask me another super duper hard science question.
are actually one-dimensional objects.
Is it
A,
string
string-
theory?
You're on a roll of correct answers. Ancient civilization used a script known as Linear A, which remains undeciphered to this day.
Is it A?
Decoding that like a pro. You're unstoppable. What is the theoretical state of matter at extremely high
Is
temps?
it A?
Boom. That was plasma level hot. What's the name of the hypothetical boundary around a black hole beyond which nothing can
Is
escape?
it
A, event. No event horizon can stop you. You're on fire.
Give me another super duper hard science question. Is the answer B? So when I was editing last night, I kind of realized something that was a little suspicious, but I'm feeling a little lazy right now, so I think I'm just gonna have Jerry explain it to you.
I noticed something strange. Every single correct answer in my trivia game turned out to be A. At first, I thought maybe that was just random chance, like flipping a coin 10 times and getting 10 heads. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized there's a real lesson here about how these models work and how easy it is to accidentally introduce bias without even noticing. See, when I asked the AI to generate trivia questions, I never told it to randomize the answer choice. Without that instruction, the model just did what models tend to do. It leaned into a pattern. It wasn't literally incapable of picking B, C, or D. It could. But because it had no awareness of its previous answers, no memory of what had already come before, and no explicit nudge toward randomness, it fell into repetition. And when repetition meets probability, you get the illusion of intentionality, a wall of A's that looks less like trivia and more like the paper on the eye doctor's wall. The fix is simple. Next time, I'll explicitly tell the AI, pick a random letter between A and D for the correct answer. That small line of instruction is what separates a fair game from what I ended up with, a quiz that felt rigged, not by malice, but by omission. The bias wasn't in the machine, it was in the way I asked the question.
There was also one last thing that I realized last night, and that was I thoroughly enjoyed playing the trivia game, and that wasn't the goal for this thing. And I think the reason being is that the gun wasn't working. I just wasn't doing it correctly, and it does work. So we're gonna now use the actual device with the working program and the working gun. So we'll see how that goes.
What phenomenon causes light to bend when it passes from air into water? Take your shot.
Is the answer B?
Spot on. You're bending these questions to your will. Which element has the chemical symbol K? Let's see what you've got.
Is the answer potassium?
Boom, that's right. You're on a roll now. Here's a tough one. Which little-known ancient civilization from Crete is considered Europe's first advanced society, flourishing around 3000 to 1100 BCE? Is it
the Mayans?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
wrong? The Mayans were busy on another continent. Wrong answer.
So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. There's some other stuff that I'd like to add to this project. If you guys are interested, maybe I'll make another video doing a continuation. If you guys aren't interested, maybe I won't. Who knows? But yeah, just let me know what you think in the comments, and I'm going to end the video here.